Really?
Do you think fall damage is the thing in this game? Actually, there is. We have definitely experienced fall damage before.
Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Ollivander was right.
Hey Nova, how's it going
He
today?
wants his family wand back.
Goodness. I'd forgotten.
Joshua, I hope you
about
recap
that.
Blood Bowl for next
I
April
assure you,
Fools.
I don't have it on me.
I do have an
I
idea
was
already for what I'm going to
certain
do for
I dropped
April
it the
Fools,
moment I was beheaded in
but
the
I will not
cave.
spoil it.
Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So you stole a wand.
Zero,
and
you
then
love the
followed
recaps of the
map
Final Fantasy
onto
games? Thank you.
pages that you took from Peeves
They're kind of the
and
pillar of the
followed that
channel.
map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes.
Though another timeline, I kind of wish I could redo the old ones, but at the same time,
I
them
don't
being the way
think
that they are
Ollivander does.
represents me at a certain time, so
Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed.
hopefully people can appreciate
here's
the
an
evolution of
idea.
Final Fantasy games that I'm still recapping, by the way. The next one that I have the footage for, but I haven't finished editing, is Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins, which honestly has a much better story than anybody's giving it credit for. And I really hope people realize that when they see it. Too many people judging games by their covers.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of a, well, my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Can't wait until I recap Silent Hill. Love the Resident Evil ones. Thanks. Resident Evil ones were probably my favorite ones to recap. I love recapping the Resident Evil games. Level up. Okay. Use a map with floating candles to find the treasure. A forest of bridge and candles. Kind of a lot of bridges here. Alright, tell Professor Fig about the map chamber. Got it. The Silent Hill ones are going to be complicated, though. Because the only one that I can really think of is definitely Silent Hill 1. But I'd have to do something very clever in regards to all the other ones, because
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flute.
because all of them are pretty much... The endings, there's not really a set canon one. How do I unmark... Okay, let's say. The endings are deliberately there for you to just kind of interpret and have the endings reflect like basically your actions. And because it's so individual, there's not really a canon way of going about it. Makes it difficult to recap. I'm not entirely sure what I can do when you have endings like that that can be so varied on purpose. A lot of the point of Silent Hill is symbolism. And each of those endings, in many ways, represent things. Like, besides the joke endings, of course. Fortunately, we already went to the Forbidden Forest, so we're already halfway there. It's similar to Nier. Well, here's the thing. Nier is very clear-cut in terms of which of its endings is like the real intended ending.
Here I am, as good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
Zero, I'd like to say,
suppose I
everyone
shouldn't be
here,
surprised
you're all
to
being
see you.
awesome and kind. Keep it
Only a
up.
Ravenclaw would travel this
I mean, I don't know what
far
you're talking
in pursuit
about.
of
The
knowledge.
crowd here, who normally
said.
sticks around me,
Now, where do we go from here?
pretty cool, pretty
Follow me.
chill crowd.
I shall
And they
lead you
know.
as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise.
If
Keep your
anything,
eyes open for a bird bath.
if you're worried about anybody being rude or toxic or trolls, trolls don't tend to linger very long on our channel because this crowd here,
I never paid much
we have a
attention in
penchant for
school.
eating trolls.
Shall we?
So if anything, if a very toxic or very trolly person comes, they really don't realize what they've stepped
Aside
into.
from the bird bath,
It's gonna be a
anything else
bad
I should
time
look
for them.
Indeed. A few landmarks, a stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising
Because
how
man,
much of this is
it's not common, but every now and then you do get a very
coming
rude
back to me.
person. But man, they really just amateur league, honestly.
Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird.
Some dude
bath.
radical, nom nom nom. Oh my goodness,
Is that
we
Latin?
will chew
Greek.
on any trolls that come in here. Trolls beware.
What are you up to now?
It's such a shame, really, because sometimes I want to study some of their behaviors and psychology, and sometimes you can only do that on a living test subject, but none of them ever seem to last. They all either seem to run away or just give up and go. Such a shame. They never survive the dissections, these trolls.
The waterfall.
You'd think they'd be made of harder
Richard
stuff,
Jackdaw
but
was surprisingly as good as
ends
his
up not
word.
being the case. Even worse for any of them that try to go into my Discord and start a fight. Oh my goodness. Such a shame. We do so try to keep our test subjects as alive as long as possible. They are a source of wonderful data that's so hard to
Such
collect in the
regal
field.
creatures, Stags.
And yet they never come back alive.
There it is, just as Jackdaw described. Revelio. Incendio.
I'd say those are some very tough brambles there. Is there anything in the lake that we can collect? No, it looks pretty clean to me.
Intramuros.
So, dude, if you want to study them, you need only open Twitter for a few minutes. See, that's...
Aren't you a little far from home? Renrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding. I will make you pay.
Levioso. No risk those loyalists will report
It's
back
pretty
to Renrock
basic,
now.
but the Accio Fire Blast combo is very effective because Accio brings them directly into shotgun range. It's a very simple but effective 1-2 combo. Accio shotgun. Ooh, frameless tinted spectacles. I like that because I like the sunglasses, but I wish they didn't have such thick rims. But yeah, regarding Twitter, the problem is Twitter has too many false positives. There's way too many trolls that it's very difficult to tell if they are an earnest troll or if they're somebody who's either, you know, clout chasing or just memeing, virtue signaling. Like, you need to find them in a somewhat pressured environment. You need to isolate them. Isolate them so there can be a proper self-contained study of their habits and behaviors. Many of them would have you believe that they operate very well by themselves, but that just doesn't seem to be the case. These most certainly are not frameless, but they are darker tinted. I guess we'll keep them. Yeah, see, it says frameless, but it's actually just darker. A lot of copy-paste trolling, not worth it. Exactly. There's so much where they just simply ape each other that it's not a very effective studying grounds. It's way too polluted. You won't get any fascinating data from them. Much better to lure them out with bait and get them to really start going. And then we can start analyzing them. Every now and then, it's unfortunately rare, but you will find a troll that is actually somewhat intelligent. And they can actually articulate themselves. And you will see that they're actually a talented troller. But most of the time you get copycat trolls. Very mindless ones. That are just such useless fodder. As soon as you identify one, just throw it back. Because the moment you try to really press into one, they just kind of deflate. They're like finding junk gray drops in the wild. It's like, it's just trash loot. Throw it away immediately. Oh, we got a dungeon here, I think. Flip the script, bait the troll instead of being baited by one? Well, it's too easy to avoid being baited by one. And you don't want to be too reckless either. You don't want to go into, like a troll den, for example. Because then you're basically stepping into a whole bunch of muck. And that's just disgusting. Trust me, they live where they shit. It's unfortunate.
Spells will help me through this.
And also, you really want to get the ones where you really need to, what's the word I'm looking for? Act natural, you know? You don't want them to be in a social setting where they're attempting to posture. That also gives a lot of false data in terms of what they're really thinking. Nah, you really do need to isolate them, but not all of them can stand on their own. A lot of them are actually kind of babies, you know? Every now and then, too, when you find a troll and they're just doing such a pathetic job, you kind of feel sorry for them. I find it good to just give them advice. Be like, hey, I know you're trying to go for, like, this effect, but this is what you're doing, this is why it's not working, and this is what you can do better next time to make it more effective. Sometimes if they're not very good at what they're doing, they just get bored and give up and, I don't know, become decent people. You also want to find a troll who's committed to their cause, not the lazy ones who are just kind of flyby. Like, oh, I feel I can get away with doing something, so I'm going to do it. Low effort. Going after low-hanging fruit for specimens is... I mean, you're only going to get back what you put in. So we have that down there, but then we have this over here.
I wonder if I can move that platform somehow.
I mean, I'm sure I could, but I'm gonna Accio it. I like that this game has dungeons in it. I feel it's so refreshing. You know how long it's been since I've been in a proper dungeon? Sometimes you feel your wits decay because they haven't been slightly challenged.
Revelio. Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this. Revelio.
Oh, we got plants down there. Hold on. Hold up. Yeah, the scanning spell has a surprisingly wide range. To be fair, most humans, if you can sit them down face to face, are actually fairly well behaved. Absolutely. People are products of their environment. That's why most people you find on Twitter aren't real, because the person that is behind them, that's not their real version. Like, it's fake people. That's why if you attempt to discuss or argue with somebody on Twitter, you're wasting your time, because that's a fake person. That's not real. Did I miss my opportunity to go into this door earlier?
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Perhaps the next symbol is hidden somewhere.
Oh no, I actually have to find the third symbol. Oh, there it is. The dungeons are Skyrim-ish. Yeah, this whole game is like Skyrim light, and I mean that in a good way. Like, they make a better use of the environments than Skyrim did. But it does, like I said, it evokes that same sort of wanderlust that Elder Scrolls games do, where you can kind of just, you know, make your own adventure, and that's a good thing.
Revelio.
Can I snipe those spiders? No. If this was Skyrim, though, we would just be doing this entire cave, and at the very end, there's just bone salt. You just find a chest that has 2 bone salts in it, and you're like, well, that really wasn't worth it. Alright, that goes one way. Let's go this way. Alright, so that's another one of those things. Let's go back that way. Wait, did I just get turned around? Yeah, I did.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?
I would look at the mini-map on the bottom, but that mini-map is really mini. It really doesn't tell many good details at all.
It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there.
I mean, let's go to this side, one over here. There we go.
Revelio. An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
Exactly. What an amateur.
Accio. Revelio. Incendio. Potato. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Stupefy. Incendio. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Revelio.
Hold up. Okay. That's a preview the chest we have to go to. That's a chest we can go to. There's a chest over there as well. But yeah, no. It's just...
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no...
It's hard to
sign of it.
bait a troll that you see on Twitter out into the open, because when they're out of their element and they don't feel the social pressure to be a troll, they just kind of revert to their normalcies.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?
Which is why if you want to find an authentic troll, you know, you don't exactly set up like a trap for them, a troll trap as it were. All you have to do is just do the one thing that they hate the most, which is, you know, a certain opinion.
Accio.
Like, this is cool. I feel like we're having an adventure.
Revelio. Accio. An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
Alright, maybe we could diversify the dialogue just a wee bit.
Revelio.
I don't think we have a means of getting over there. We also haven't been here because down there are plants we haven't collected yet. Can I climb those vines?
Revelio.
I may not have the spell I need to get over there. Like, there's going to be a push spell that I have later, but I don't have a push spell now. Can you use your lift spell to pick up chests? That's a good question, actually. I'm going to high-five you if that's the case, if we can actually just levitate chests and pull them our way. I didn't even think of that.
Levioso.
Oh, it doesn't work.
Accio. Incendio.
It was a good idea, though. I know there are some boxes you absolutely can levitate and kind of like pull over, but it looks like you can't really do that for chests per se.
Revelio.
Oh wait, hold on. If I just go halfway here, I think I can jump the gap.
Incendio. Accio.
Yeah, I can jump this.
That's
My gear slots are full.
Jackdaw would have been interested in this, but there's no sign of him.
That is the worst thing. You're in the middle of a dungeon, you're looting chests, and you hear that horrible, you are over encumbered. Alright, we're gonna have to start destroying the cheapest things we have in our inventory. Alright, those two things were worth 60. And the thing that I love the most right now is that you absolutely can retain your look. Alright, we got 2 pieces of glasses now. Like how this is level 17, but it's worse than what I already have. Alright, I'll delete that just in case. I need to do more Merlin trials so that way I can get better stuff. Alright, well, we got all the chests here. You see I took a minor bit of fall damage there? There is fall damage here.
Revelio.
That looks like a chest over there. Or did I get that already? I did get this already. Alright, so I have been here. Okay. We need to go to that center island.
There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete. More spiders. These can't be what beheaded Richard Jackson. Stupefy. Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how these spiders have multiplied since Jack.
How was that not 5 seconds of airtime?
Revelio.
Oh well. I do like how there's many combat objectives right there to give you bonuses for stylish combat. Again, devil's in the details here.
Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this.
I love how my dialogue is becoming so much more indulgent, which is perfect because that's exactly how I want this. There we go. These wizards never made a spell that gives infinite inventory spells. I know, right? I'm sure that's there, though. Like, I'm sure we have a bag of holding or some equivalent here. Apparently, the default way to increase your inventory is to do a bunch of Merlin trials.
Must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains and those pages. We meet again, Richard Jackdaw. Oh, shame. Those splinters must be what's left of Ollivander's wand. At least I can take the pages. Here it is.
He got straight effed up.
Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this room? Incendio. Stupefy. Expelliarmus was disarming brutes.
Here's what I like. You can instantly freeze and quick swap as you see the need to.
Protego. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Accio. Leviosa. Expelliarmus.
I'm pretty sure you do bonus damage when you levitate enemies. That's why you want to go for the air combos. These guys are here about the Elden Ring. They don't want to see any maidenless behavior.
Leviosa. Accio. Expelliarmus.
Wow, Expelliarmus really does lower their defenses. And for you two, I'm just gonna burn meter. That's a 1, and that's a 2. Surely there's no boss after this that I wasted my meter on these grunts, and I regret my decisions immediately. I didn't realize we had unidentified loot here. My. This game just keeps getting more and more interesting. I guess we could delete my original thing because there's no point. It doesn't sell for anything. I already have it cosmetically.
But that's unnerving. What's happening?
I really do hate having to check my gear this much, but it's what I get for not having enough slots. I feel like I've thrown away like 500 gil worth of stuff. Brutal. We'll make it up.
I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section.
Geg, hi, really enjoy the Final Fantasy XIV recaps. Thanks. Well, thank you for watching them. I know you're like Wind's Heaven's Ward, you know? It's coming is all I can try to assure you.
Where am I? Oh no, the room's starting to flood. How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this?
This kind of feels like we're on a D&D campaign, you know, like, and you enter the room, and the room begins to flood all around you.
I'm able to make my way out of here.
And you start people like, alright, I make constitution checks, alright, I'm gonna cast water breathing. It's like, but then a magical sphere of air safely forms itself around you, allowing you to move, albeit slowly, through the dangerous currents. Seeing your face, got a new storage device coming, allow you to pile on more recording. You go crazy with that. But as always, I appreciate you.
Can it be?
Bradley, you do have to wonder, what would a D&D video game play like? I mean, I imagine, honestly, I feel like Dragon Age Origins was a very good one.
It's you.
Technically Final
Someone
Fantasy.
finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensieves. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention, and might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic. Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic. We can access expressions of magic that few others can. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to discuss. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
I don't want to ask why is this called the map changer, because I get the feeling that the answer to this question is going to be insultingly obvious. What is a seer, though?
The statues and carvings in the house on the cliffside, those are of you. Are you a seer?
I am.
Did you know that I would be here?
I cannot say more at present, except to say that your presence here does not entirely surprise me.
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
It makes you wonder... Ooh, here we go. You will receive 1 talent point. Wait. Have I been earning skill points and not spending them? I have. I haven't been spending any of my skill points. I didn't even know I had a skill tree. Well, I think I did look at it, but I didn't really look at it. Wow, I've been playing just casually. With the dark arts. Let's see, you can put a blood curse on things. You can stun enemies so they take more damage. More damage if you Expelliarmus them. So you can lay dots with curses, and then if you launch an avocado spell at them, everybody dies. Alright, so casting in Flumbio, okay, that's kind of cool. Turns it into a bigger AoE. KOTOR games are a good example of an old school D&D. That is true. A lot of the classic BioWare during their golden age, like KOTOR, Mass Effect, and all, like they have that D&D sort of feel where you have a level of personalized engagement in a world that isn't necessarily about you, but you are a very active agent informing the story. That's the whole appeal of Dungeons & Dragons that I used to really enjoy, was that, granted, I was a very stern dungeon master back in my day, but let's see. Turning Levioso into an AoE is actually pretty nice. We should always buff our basic spells, though. Alright, what else we got here? What? Improved cooldowns? Absolutely improved cooldowns. Get meter when you perfect block. That's nice. Whoa, instead of dodging, you get a blink? That's pretty cool. Oh, interesting. You can start having loadouts. I'll get that when we start getting more spells. Improved healing. I don't think we need to improve our super meter anymore. Ooh, increase the spell. Yeah, we want to increase detect range. Absolutely. Gain meter for successful dodges. That actually sounds pretty useful. Basic cast build meter better? Absolutely. We do that all the time. I don't even have the rumor requirement yet. I'm surprised it lets me do this. I haven't been using my Chinese chomping one, but that's so cool. Double your chompers. That's pretty cool. Your basically Stone Skin's potion turns you vulnerable. That's pretty nice. And auto reflex. These are some nice perks. Just in case we have to do a stealth section. Oh, you can run while invisible? Heck yeah. I always love investing into illusion in them Elder Scrolls games. I don't think I have curses yet. Alright, so when I counter with Stupefy, it basically causes a curse. Yeah, let's do that. Let's start dipping into this dark magic. Oh, Expelliarmus now curses? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Alright. We're a bit more competent now. Nova, have you ever raided a troll den and gathered a river called Trollium? Unfortunately not, because, like I said before, you don't go seeking trouble. Don't be an instigator. It's fine if other people start it, but you're gonna finish it. One of the most super effective things to use on trolls is themselves, as I've said before.
The book.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Okay, let's say it's like, I better hope there's a fast travel point here. That was a pleasant bit of dungeoneering. Like I said, I do not like the zoom. That's one of my nitpicks on this game. Is this game zooms in a little too much.
I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book.
I love how smug we are. It's like, I guess I'll continue playing the role of student for a little while longer since there's nothing else to do to occupy me from being so amazing.
Revelio.
Ooh, okay, we got another spell opportunity here. Acquire and use a focus potion. Professor Sharp wants me to test myself while under the influence, that sounds suggestive, of both the Maxima and Nadura's potions. Okay. Find potions at J. Pippin's, that's right, I do need to go. Actually, I should be buying some potions, shouldn't I? Alright, so really I just need to brew 3 potions and chug them. That sounds pretty simple. Oh, we got flying class. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, let's go get our broom and start. There's so many places where it's like, man, I don't want to do 3 running like a scrub. We want to get our flying mount. But first things first, let's actually take a trip to Hogsmeade and start buying some potions or some recipes. I'm curious if you fight a dragon. You have to. There's no way you don't.
Lead to Hogsmeade.
There's no way you don't fight trolls here. Oh, right. Real fast, before we go any further, we need to offload our inventory because we're over encumbered. Alright, let's make sure we're wearing the best stuff. Oh, that reminds me. How do we get this identified? Take this to the room of requirement to reveal... We don't have the room of requirement yet, though. Okay. Oh, I am right next to it, aren't I? Derp.
We have everything a young student might need when it comes to potions. Have a good look around.
Alright, let's see what we got. Focus potion, check.
A wise decision. Thank
Hold on.
you.
Do we really need an invisibility potion when we have an invisibility spell? Yeah, we might as well just buy it anyway.
A wise decision. Thank you. Very good. Never hurts to keep my stocks replenished.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm selling stuff that's better than what I have equipped? That won't do.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Yeah, I was about to get rid of some prime loot. Look at these knuckle dusters right here. Could probably discombobulate a warlock or two. These are my punching gloves.
What can I do for you today?
Okay.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Zero, I think you mentioned earlier about 15 being open world. It's not really open world when you think about it, though. Like, for the first 7 chapters, yes, you have that big open space, but it's not really an open world. And while you can certainly do side quests that are the typical Square Enix trifecta,
Revelio.
so far, one of the things that made me have little to no faith in Forspoken is the fact that Square Enix, to this day, hasn't really made an open world game. They kind of don't know how to do it. Oh. Okay. I know there were a couple of those ocular chests here.
Revelio.
That's still locked. I forgot that you can attack while invisible here. We're already amazing and we can cast the level 7 spell, Improved Invisibility. Easy 500 gold. Like taking salt from a Twitter user.
Revelio.
Ooh, this improved scanning range really is quite nice. Alright, water breaks the invisibility, good to know. Yeah.
Revelio.
Because take the amazing environment building that was used in, say, Final Fantasy XII, which granted is just borrowed from Final Fantasy XI, but what you still have is very impressive architecture and arrangement, but it wasn't really living cities and environments. A lot of them were just big open spaces with nothing you could actually do, see, explore, touch, go into, interact with. It didn't feel alive. It didn't really feel like an open world. It just felt like a big old open area with things you can kind of go, do, and see, but not necessarily engage with. See, to me, what makes it more interesting open world versus this is just a big open space is you don't do... what was that game? Ghost of Tsushima. Don't do what Ghost of Tsushima did. Ghost of Tsushima is like, here's a big wide open island of nothing. And the only things you can do in this game are look at things from a distance or collect upgrades. That's it. That is not a good open world. If the only thing I can do with your open world is look at it from a distance and admire its art style, that's pathetic. You're not going to clamber that wall? Brutal. Instead, do something like, you know, classic example, Red Dead 2 or The Witcher 3 or even Zelda Breath of the Wild, where, yeah, you can see and go to a lot of places, or even Skyrim did this. Skyrim is a big point. Like, as jank as it is, what makes people enjoy Skyrim and Fallout is the fact that, yes, if you see somewhere, you can go there, and you can open that door, and you can pick up things off that table. They're not just random things to look at and you can't actually touch. It's not this sterile environment that looks good in screenshots and reviews, but when you actually play it, you can't actually touch anything. That's boring. Meanwhile, yeah, it looks jank and, you know, the graphics look 20 years old because they are, but at least you can touch things. There's a level of intimacy you have with this world, and in that level of an interactive engagement, that makes the world seem all the much more immersive. And that's lost if it's just like, oh, well, here's a big old building, so it looks cool. Can I go inside it? No. Are there people inside I can interact with? No. Then what's the point of this big, pretty box here? It's to fill out the space and make it seem alive from a distance.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Style with no substance. Ooh, how did we miss this Flu Network? We were here.
My young friend.
Revenue.
I know I said that we were here to buy some potions and some recipes, and we certainly did. But you see how easy it is to get distracted in this world? I'm like, oh, I can start casting invisibility and start looting all these chests right here, going crazy with my improved scanning spell. I know. And I don't believe I'm being too demanding when I ask those sort of things of an open world, because we've seen several examples of games doing open worlds with that level of detail. But we have too many things where people just kind of go for the lazy open world. We're like, all right, it's a big open space. Cool, what can I do with it? I mean, you can run around it. It's a big open space. And you're like, it's not fundamentally interesting. Yeah, but look at how big it is. It's just big for the sake of being big. All right?
Revenue.
Except for areas that I feel... Oh, we have a butterfly thing. And Square Enix, for as much as they have attention to detail on character models and hair and clothes, because don't get me wrong, if there's one thing Square Enix usually 8 out of 10 times nails out of the park, it is their art team. And usually their music team, but definitely their art team, especially when it comes to clothing and hair. Their stylists are very, very good. But man, their architecture and their level designers, they leave a bit to be desired. People who do that right, as much flack as you may want to give them, is Ubisoft. Ubisoft made cities are incredible. There are so many places you can go inside and explore, and there's so many... Oh. That's a page I need. So many little pages. Pages. I just picked up a page. So many little like environments. It's very impressive when you see the level of, say, like Far Cry back when it was better, and like The Division and stuff like that. Like those are, or Assassin's Creed, the original ones. It is amazing how much detail they pack in to like actual organic cities, cities that look like they're not built to be a video game, cities that literally look like they are meant to be functional cities. And you know what I'm talking about. Like sometimes you walk into a house, or especially like any video game level, where all of a sudden you're like, this feels like it was designed to be a video game. This doesn't really look like it's a house that somebody would live in. This is a video game. Or you know when like you're playing like a third-person shooter and you enter like a hallway and all of a sudden you see cover and you know a firefight's about to begin? Yeah. That's when the design was meant to be a video game and not meant to be an actual like living space. Doesn't feel organic. You'd think I'd find a giant glowing green butterfly a little bit more obviously at night, and I'm totally not. I just love how I get immediately distracted.
Revelio.
I wonder if I can set this giant dragon topiary on fire. Or if it would breathe fire back at me. I like how when I'm stealth, the game actually makes me whisper all of my things. It's a very nice attention to detail. Also, I'm invisible while holding a flashlight. What the hell? Okay, I'm about to give up on this butterfly for now. I might just check it out later.
Revelio.
It's got to be near this tree, right? Because it really seems to be where the clue was pointed. Bradley, my favorite kind of open world games are the ones where story bosses scale with your level. That is rare, to be honest with you. Many times that you have an open world, it's like, oh, you can go anywhere and do anything. They say that, and you quote-unquote could do that. But in reality, let's be real, you go in one direction, it's like, oh cool, here's like a level 5 enemy, I can handle this, you know? And then right immediately behind is like a level 80 enemy that curb stomps you, just by looking at you. Xenoblade is very famous for that. But at the same time, it makes you appreciate it, because when you are level 100, you come back and curb stomp that giant dinosaur that ate you for breakfast, you feel more accomplished, you feel that sensation of, wow, I really grew here. Here it is. It was, I was literally right there. Amazing. No, where's the little, oh, there it is. There's that.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before.
Yeah. Sometimes they run out of dialogue options in this game. Where is the thing I am returning this to? I'm lost. Alright, it's probably going to lose it, but I'm going to do this. Yep. Alright, so we know where that is. And it's actually illuminated now that I saw it. It was right here. Oh my goodness. Okay. So it was right next to the thing. Okay. Well, at least I know where to go.
Lumos.
That's the thing. These butterflies are never really far from where they're supposed to go. Give me that XP. Thank you.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Okay. For real, for real. Where do we brew potions? Maybe in our potions class it lets us use it? Zero, my problem with leveling with you, and this goes for difficulty settings, is yes, it is a change, or you meant to say challenge, but having hit the enemy more and more gets boring and repetitive. Yeah, it really does demand a different set of challenge, and some people don't necessarily want that. Because some people are like, hey, if I grow stronger, I want to feel stronger. The thing... Oh, wait, we have this magic key here. Alright. These little winged keys, if you follow them, they lead you to a little treasure chest. A little fly swatting minigame. You're supposed to collect like 20 something of these house tokens, open some chest that's in your main dorm. Don't know what's in it, but we'll find out.
I think there was and surely those were curdle.
I just walked past my potions, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Alright, can I just use any old potions thing? Can I not borrow the potions lab? Mr. Sharp?
Sir, why do I need to complete these tasks again?
Professor Weasley has asked that we all contribute extra time to help you catch up to your peers. And before I teach you to pulso, I must know that you are prepared to handle it.
Can I borrow? Okay, good. Good. Alright, I need an Endurance potion. I like that you don't have to do anything, but you have to just sit here for 30 seconds. Because I know that the power fantasy is something I like in a lot of my action games. I like that an enemy that, when I first started off, it took like 6 or 7 hits to kill. When I'm better at the game, or I'm actually stronger, or if this is a game with stats, if it's a skill-based game, if I exhibit the skills to where I could just Swiss cheese those things later, I feel like I grew. If I get more stats and better gear, and I start, you know, 1 or 2 shotting these scrub enemies, these trash mobs, I feel better. But sometimes there are people where it's like, I want to be challenged with more interesting things that I always feel like there's an edge to combat, there's a danger there. And there are some games where I do want that. But I don't know. For the most time, you know, it really depends on what you want. Some people's like, I just want to chill and exhibit a power fantasy. And some people are like, no, I want my game with a little bit of bite to it, so I want my enemies to scale with me. To me, if you're going to have a scaling enemy, you really do need to have good balancing at any stage of the game. Reduce cooldown. That sounds pretty good. I can only presume there's going to be a speed up potion brewing time thing. Or I improve this workstation and it brews things automatically a lot better. In my mind, the context for this auto brewing is I'm such a talented 5th year that they're telling me, hey, you need to catch up to other students, but literally none of the other students can brew things as accurately and as efficiently as I can. And this is just so boring, I'm literally doing it on autopilot. Okay, I got my potions. Alright, acquire and use a focus potion. Acquire and use them simultaneously. Okay, so just use them, huh? Okay. Down the hatch. Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Excellent.
What's up, guys? I'm just invulnerable, no big deal. Alright, give me my new spell. Bradley, you think Hogwarts students make recreational drugs in potions class? Edibles would be a good menu item. Probably. I mean, these students eat all sorts of weird shit. It's hard to tell what is and is not a recreational use item because a lot of it, I feel like that is a very broad application in this world, especially since, you know, you got magic here. Do you really need magic mushrooms to get a high or things? I mean, that's so common. Professor Sharp, hurry up to your chair so I can talk to you. He's like, I'm gonna walk extra slow so I don't have to talk to you.
I completed your assignments, Professor.
Good. You should be ready to learn Depulso. Let's see what you can do. Concentrate. Do not let your mind wander. You've got it now. If you'd like to practice, and I think you should,
Accio.
not go flinging your classmates about the halls. I suggest having a go at enchanted books here.
Oh, that's right, this is Force Push.
Depulso.
Well done. I'm glad to see that you seem staunchly determined to master spellcasting.
Alright, so far so good. Alright, let's go to flying class. Let's hitch ourselves a broom.
From their broom first.
Everybody grab a broom, and we shall get started. Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Whoa, putting on some flair, just showing off.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class. The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely, as broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have forgotten. Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up! Thank you. Now, your turn.
Up, you stupid wacky school broom.
If you know what's good for you, broom, you're gonna go up.
Up.
There you go. That's a good broom.
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off.
Yeah, we mantle our brooms here in the north. What are these, Scotland Highlands?
And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, Ground yourself at once. Good. Now, for your first lesson.
Oh, it's actually
fly through
very
each ring
responsive.
in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms are school property. I want them returned in one piece.
It kind of uses a single joystick. Meanwhile, you control your pitch with like the right stick. It's surprisingly
Wish
smooth.
I had my own broom. I think I'm getting the hang of this.
This is, yeah, surprisingly smooth on the flying. I like it.
Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we?
Now we teach dogfighting. Professor, I feel this is
Next set
escalating.
of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
Oh, I want me to go in there.
What a view!
Hello. Nice day for a fly.
This really is surprisingly smooth.
Ha! Good. I've got this.
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year.
I'm sure this is just a training broom, but I hope we do get like a faster broom.
Whoa, our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while. Ah!
The orchestra's just going crazy right now. I'm glad they're having fun with the music though.
This is rather fun.
I'll try spinning, that's a good trick.
Oh, well done. Have a moment. I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough.
Talking shit?
I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We met in the common room. I'm Everett Clopton. So, care to join me for a bit of high-flying fun?
Are we get in trouble?
Kagawa seems strict. I wouldn't want to get into trouble.
Kagawa won't even notice. Besides, a bird doesn't learn how to fly by staying in the nest.
And a bird that tries to fly too early falls out of the nest, breaks its skull, and becomes dead meat.
Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever.
Hey, I tried to obey the rules,
Let's
you
hope
know.
the headmaster
I
isn't
guess my
having tea
character
by
just
the window
subject himself
today.
to peer pressure.
Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Use the boost to get through.
Now that's more like it.
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it.
I mean,
And meow.
it looks like regular architecture to me.
Solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Best hurry back.
My coat does not know what it wants to do. It's completely pierced through my body.
Ready to dismiss class.
Too much physics.
And in our brooms. Dismount here.
Another happy landing.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions.
Damn it,
Mr.
Clopton.
Clopton, I'm disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future.
I did.
Chin up. That was some rather good fly.
Alright, Clopton's getting us in trouble. He's not part of the family.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit, those views were worth it.
I mean, I do wish we hadn't gotten in trouble.
Perhaps, but we did get in trouble. Kagawa could hold it against us.
We're playing a political game
I
here.
don't think she'd see us. But it's no matter. You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite.
Points are a scam anyway. You have to remember that this school runs on social credit.
Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I have to purchase a broom then.
If you can.
If I'm to gain a network of influences
I recommend
and build my organized family, then, you know,
He's always looking to test new models.
we have to understand how we play by the rules in order to play outside of it. I don't feel Clopton's a bad guy, I just feel he's unfortunately aloof. I were like, I mean, I attended flying class. Oh, there we go. Our next quest step took a bit to come in. Alright, now we get the rumor requirement. Nice. Ooh, we get Confringo? Hell yeah. But we also get Conjure. Man, we get a bunch of stuff now. We're just unlocking stuff everywhere. We have to do a delivery. This is a strand type game now. Alright, well, let's get our home base set up. I do like how you can just fast travel. Just no fuss, no muss. Just click where you want to go, you're there. It's OS1K. This game seems whack as fuck. It is a whimsical world, shall we say. And it's definitely one where it knows it's making things up as it goes along, and in no way attempts to explain itself. Just kind of hand waves everything with its magic. And that is, no pun intended, part of its charm.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
Off to you, Professor. What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess.
I know, if this is the room requirement, I
This
need it
presents
to not be
perfect
such a
opportunity to
incredible
teach
mess.
Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room.
Such as compromising
I
evidence,
suggest you practice the
bodies that
wand
are
movements
inconvenient to be
first,
removed, and
then
contraband.
clear the chairs away.
Do you think we'll complete Clopton's social link? I don't know. We already helped him once, and he's already kind of useless. He's a very much lackadaisical guy. I haven't seen any talent to come from him yet. We need to see somebody a little bit more useful to our means.
Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on.
As long as we can craft a Moonstone Greatsword later, we'll be fine.
Where in Merlin's name is that elf?
This world thrives more when it establishes less rules. I agree.
My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. Can't
This is
believe
one of those
it's still here.
world settings where,
I'll just
believe it or
take
not,
a
less is
look
more.
at this.
The more you try to
Give you
over-explain
an
stuff, the worse it
opportunity to
is.
explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Some of us are trying to rest.
What was the point of that?
Revelio. Revelio. Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
An intruder! Stop them! No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin.
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here?
Haseo 55, I really like that despite what house you end on, your interactions aren't limited to said house. Oh, absolutely. A lot of this game is just purely cosmetic, which is great because it really lets you put your own signature feel on it. I saw a piece of treasure earlier. Oh, there it is. Hard to tell how I can get anywhere here.
What was that?
Oh, it's another one of those magic keys.
Stitch?
Perhaps you should
Accio.
and find out.
Alright, who said that?
Revelio. I hope that house elf can find us in here.
I can't seem to grab anything.
Revelio.
Oh, there was some loot here. Every little bit counts. Mystic, I'm about 25% complete with your challenge log. Hope you're enjoying it. Oh, I'm absolutely enjoying this. In between streams is when I go and do a bit of exploring. But man, there's just so much that I feel like I want to do. Like, I feel compelled to complete this game, even though I keep telling myself, oh man, I don't have time to complete games. This is a game that just keeps me want to keep coming back and exploring more and getting more out of it. Yeah, I'm absolutely enjoying this game. Glad you are too.
Yikes! Careful! Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deke will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley.
It's nice that as somebody who has tapped into the essence of ancient magic, you get afforded a few privileges.
It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically.
But can it fix
is
a broken
place where I can
marriage?
catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
Cleans up pretty nice.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed.
I agree. I hope it's free. Oh, it is. Nice. Apparently.
You'll find plenty of
Yeah, hold on. We got gear to sort out. Oh, and it comes with slotted skills. Here we go. Decreased damage taken from dug bugs. Well, we don't have to worry about dug bugs if they're dead. That looks like an ice pick, like you're gonna jam it into somebody's eye. increases damage with Expel Armors. Can I take that rune out and reslot it? That sounds super useful.
Need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it.
Already
Now,
did.
I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you. Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as Moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have...
I'm glad there's just one currency for conjuring things.
Can I
Thank you for not
regain resources
burdening
by
me.
vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
Ooh, can I just kick back in this chair? I can't sit in the chair? 0 out of 10 game. Oh, there's a lot of stations you can have. What is a gothic potion? What does that even mean? I'm almost curious. Oh, okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Oh, and it just snaps to place? Okay, that's actually very convenient. I've never been one for decorating, though. I guess I can change the... Do they have different potions, or can I do the same... Okay, yeah, I guess it's just a... Oh, you can change the color, too.
Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds.
I guessed it is.
Deke will be here to answer any questions you may have.
Can he auto-harvest for me? That would be nice.
His insights.
Can you recap all the Mega Man X games? I mean, I guess, but I don't know. I've only ever played Mega Man X, and that's it. I've never played any other Mega Man X games, and I haven't played any of the Battle Network games either. I'm aware they made a compilation for it. In fact, they made a compilation for the classic Mega Man games, the Mega Man X games, and the Battle Network games all on the Switch, which I think is brilliant. You can basically get those three series, the classic, the X, and the Battle Network series, in one collection, which I think is brilliant for if you're a fan. And I hear they add a ton of like concept art and promotional stuff and official art and, you know, lore. And I hear that's super cool. I kind of wish that they did the same thing for more series, but, you know, at least Capcom is giving the fans what they want there.
I will be
Kind of
sure to
jealous
speak
for
with
other
Deep if I
series.
need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like
Which,
to
by
learn
the
how
way,
to
shout out to
translate
Capcom,
Braille for use in the
putting out Ghost Trick Remastered. Love to see it. That puts such a smile on my face during the Nintendo Direct. Out of all the Nintendo Direct stuff that I saw, even more than like the Game Boy Advance stuff for the online library, I think Ghost Trick Remaster is the one that put the biggest smile on my face. And I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you. The Bat and Kaitos games are interesting because those are on the docket for being recapped, but now they're just kind of being, you know, updated, so they might look a little bit better. So I'm down for that. All right, this will be a good time to pause. I'm gonna pause real fast and take a quick break. Everyone, make sure you get up, stretch, and drink plenty of water. We're gonna be right back. Okay, and we're back. How's everybody doing today? Oh, we got some email. Oh, are these all side quests? Yeah, they are side quests. Defendo, used for cutting an object, like people. Nice.
I've more to teach you about transfiguration, if you have a moment.
Sure.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds.
Let's see, no, but there are 6 series collections. There's Mega Man Collections 1 and 2, X Collection 1 and 2, Zero and ZX, and now Battle Network. See, I would just kind of consider the series to be just one. I wouldn't really call it a separate series, because you have Part 1 and Part 2, it's still the same series. But yeah, I forgot about the Zero and ZX series. I played one... I think it was a ZX game. It could have just been a Zero. On like the Game Boy Advance. My friend let me borrow it. And I thought it was pretty cool. It was very fast paced, pretty challenging. It was very blade focused. A lot of martial and melee stuff. It was pretty fun. Okay, the fact that we have a fast travel to our stuff is pretty nice, which means I should probably move these stations over there. Stench of the Dead. This reveals the locations of large loot chests on the minimap for one in-game day. I guess that would save you from constantly casting stuff, but maybe that'll be good when we're just picking up and doing cleanup and collection. I'll just brew one just for the sake of it. Hello, I think it is Waffen. How you doing today? Can I back out and I still potions? Okay, good. I'm about to say, like, I'm not stuck here.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Yeah, we have to decorate our room? Ugh, alright. I kind of don't want to. I'm not a big fan of hanging art. I guess we could put up some lighting. Oops. There we go. Putting like a simple rug right here just seems kind of lame. I guess I would put it in front of the crafting area. I don't know. I want to put it in front of this desk. It won't let me. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, we have to put up a wall decoration. Alright. What do we got? Bunch of mirrors. I really don't want to put stuff on my wall, but okay.
Good work. Shall we move on?
You're gonna be like, hey, that one mirror is slightly off-center from the other. I'm like, I know, I put it that way exactly so you would point it out and it would irritate you every single time. That was deliberately on purpose. Stream is lagging? Oh my goodness, it is lagging a little bit. Yeah, sorry about that.
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell.
I mean, what's the point of having a chair if you can't sit in it?
Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering spell to customize it.
I'll alter the size of an item? Oh, interesting.
You've been practicing.
Oh, I could change the floor. Okay. That's kind of cool. That is a pretty big lamp.
Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced.
I should probably put all the customization spells on its own wheel.
On the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Try aiming at the floor or at that balcony while using the altering.
I did alter it. How does that not count? Okay.
Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Let's go for dark and mysterious.
I'd like the room to feel mysterious and eerie, as if I'm in the Forbidden Forest, surrounded by shadows.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Ooh, this kind of has like a Spencer Mansion look to it. Okay, I'm kind of down for this.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me. An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Wonderful.
Oh, we leveled up a bit just from doing that at least. Alright, I think that's the end of that quest. Pretty long tutorial there. Alright. Make an invisibility potion and then do a thunder brew potion to get the slash and kill people spell. I don't have Essence of the Dead, so I know I can't brew Thunder Brew. Maybe I can buy it, though. Alright, I need a Troll Bogey. And I need Shrivel Frig and Stench of the Dead. I need a bunch of stuff. Alright. Into town we go. I hope this stuff isn't expensive. Because she's like, oh, just buy it. Some of these ingredients cost like 300 a pop.
Get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Come on, I'm a contractor. Acting like I get paid so much.
Come on in. Healing potions are a speciality here, should you need any. What can I do for you today?
Okay, 5 for 100. I'll do that.
A wise decision. Thank you.
Yeesh. Some of these potions are expensive.
A hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Now let's buy ourselves a broom.
Revelio.
Oh, got a page here.
Accio.
Glad these places are 24/7 apparently.
Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spin Witches. Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom? Got a few rare U-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows, Wind Wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased. They're all exceptional, both in quality and performance.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
Alright, let's see what we got.
What are we looking for today?
High maneuverability. Or maybe they all do the same thing and it doesn't matter.
That item is of the highest quality.
At least this one has like a formal seat. So like if you sit on it, it's not like your taint's gonna feel achy.
That item is of the highest quality. That item is of the highest quality. That item is of the highest quality.
Yeah, but it has a lantern in the front. I don't like that. It'd be cool if this actually gave me like extra storage space.
That item is of the highest quality.
I am kind of tempted to get the fire stick. All right, let's get this. We can always trade it in later.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Oh, you can get multiple brooms. Okay.
Thanks for stopping by. Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class, they all have their limitations. You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements?
Go on.
Go on.
Knew I was right
We got
about you.
aftermarket
I think
mods
you'll be
for our
quite happy
brooms,
with the
so we can do
performance of any
street
broom at
racing.
lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you
I wonder which
rise.
broom is the Honda
I
Civic of
think I can
brooms.
remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl.
Clever
An
girl.
ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If you were to compete for the best time and succeed, then report back to me with how your broom behaved, I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
Sure.
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while. If I'm right, the new upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every regard. And I can give you a special price. The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Go to the Quidditch pitch and Imelda Reyes will sort you out. Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
If it so happens. Alright. We finished that, now let's go continue the main quest. Learn a curse with Sebastian. Yeah, let's learn a curse. Let's go accursing. I Like, I wish you could zoom in further to see exactly which of these is closer to the other, 'cause it's kind of hard to tell.
You can't imagine.
I can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
Over here.
Did I just hear a key? I did just hear a key. Where did that key go? Oh, right here.
Got it. Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Hey, there we go.
Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
It does, I respect
Did you find
that.
what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way. There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised.
I feel like half the professors here were students, so how would they
did
not
you
know
find
about
this
this?
place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
Revelio.
Hey, he's got our back, so we're gonna get his back. High society for Fedora. Alright, let's go. Let's channel our inner Redditor. Ooh, that is a nicer looking one. Alright, yeah. Let's go with that.
I think I've seen Ominous in potions. Or was it herbology? I've noticed that he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he
How
found
does
it?
blindness work in the
No,
wizarding
someone
world?
in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it. And I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets. But this place is special to him.
Understood. But why does Ominous have no love lost for his family?
His father's family are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin. One of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Obsessed with blood status, most of them. Ominous cannot abide them, as he'll be the first to tell you. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to. Away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic, but you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely here.
And I will practice it
It may
unsafely
take a
outside
while
of
to
here.
get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
Make a little Zorro Z here.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out? Stick to... Best to keep the Undercroft intact. Have a go at those.
Ooh, that's a nice punch to it.
But I think you'll find that a Confringo cast travels a bit farther than that of a spell like Incendio.
Interesting. I like the boom that it makes.
Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
You'll get used to it. That's it.
Confringo. I think I've got it.
Done.
Why is this outlaw? This seems incredibly useful.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. To this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
This is exactly the type of magic I've been hoping to learn.
There's more where that came from. Been practicing similar spells here for ages. Although, I didn't tell Anne and Ominous about every one. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Felcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
We're gonna hit on our friend's sister. Is that what's gonna go on?
Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. Might it have something to do with Victor Rookwood? He didn't mistake you for someone else at all in Hogsmeade, did he?
Nothing gets past you. I'll tell you what I can. Rookwood and Ranrock are trying to recover something they think I took from a vault in Gringotts.
Gringotts? When were you there?
Professor Fig and I wound up there after the dragon attack. There was this port key that...
A port key? To Gringotts?
Well, it's all a bit convoluted.
I'm listening.
Can we trust this guy? I think we can trust this guy. He trusted us. He took a hit for us. I'm willing to trust this guy. He's like a lieutenant.
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of this secret Undercroft. You can trust me.
All right.
I feel I can.
I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow...
Zero, I didn't see the intro to the game. Is this a game before, during, or after the books? This took place before all the books and all the movies. I think it's like 100 years before Harry Potter and like 50 years before Magical Beasts. It's like in the 1800s.
I don't know.
Well, when you do know.
Most awesome
tell me.
comment.
I've been
Thank you for
studying
streaming this
arcane
game. Good
forms of
on you.
magic
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
ages.
It's a good game.
Perhaps
Why
we
wouldn't
can
I?
help each other. In the
Thank you for your
meantime,
awesome comment.
both Rookwood and Ranrock after you. I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting curses in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place
Keep it
between
secret. Keep it
us.
safe. You got it.
When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
I need to keep checking my email on this. Or owl mail, really.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello. Ominous, isn't it? I believe we have potions together. And herbology?
I recognize that voice. Heard you talking to Gareth Weasley in potions class. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
I'm not gonna throw Sebastian under the bus.
That room's called the Undercroft. Ah, well, I was exploring and then suddenly found myself in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me. No one stumbles upon that room. Sebastian told you, didn't he? You breathe a word about this place to anyone. Not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you.
Why? What are you gonna do about it?
Is friends with the headmaster.
Oh, well, I'm friends with the headmaster too. What a coincidence. We should meet for tea.
You needn't threaten me. I'm not going to say anything about your Undercroft. And Sebastian is a good friend. You shouldn't immediately assume the worst of him.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Oh, possessive, aren't we?
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help.
I have a question for you, Ominous.
Sebastian is going to get
If you're
an earful
blind,
about this.
how do you wipe yourself when you take a dump? Or do you just flick your wand and that's the end of it? How unnecessarily aggressive. "1885 SE or Doc and Marty went back in time." That's true. Ominous is a bit insecure. I'm gonna really have to take the time to find all the fast travel points here just to make things faster in the future for sure.
Revelio.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Your friend, Mr. Ollivander, sent me an owl.
I'm with you on everything, but I'm having trouble wondering why you would need a C to wipe. I can't see what I'm doing when I wipe. I mean...
And so I went to the owlery, like he said, and there were all these statues.
What do you mean, statues?
To me, there's a process when you wipe, or at least there is for me.
Secret hideout where I found
Like there's wiping, and then there's wetting, and then drying, and cleaning. To me, it's a process. And I guess you can, like, if you're familiar with it, you can obviously just, you know, kind of grab out what you need and wash what you need, rinse what you need.
I did.
And I guess if you fumble around with it, sure, but this is like a school. It's not like his house where he can do it in the dark. I don't know, that's just me.
Believe it or not.
I'm just assuming he uses his magic to guide him through that wiping, cleansing, rinsing process.
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
I don't know, I've never tried wiping myself with my eyes closed. Because you wipe yourself, you know, so many times in your life, but have you done it with your eyes closed? I can't say I have.
The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And the portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves.
But if you're saying you could just feel out the process, I'll believe you. I mean, obviously, these people clean themselves. I don't know where this conversation's going.
This looks promising. Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Maybe he doesn't want to come out when, Oh, there he is. I forgot that they can just come and go in the portraits.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend. See now why you needed to return with the book.
Don't want to offend anyone, but Braille TP is a funny concept. I know, right? It's like, now that I brought it up, now I can't help but not think about it, but it's not going to Google, how do blind people wipe themselves in the bathroom? I really don't know if I'm prepared to see those results.
The location of each of 4 trials will,
but you know, for research purposes.
appear on the map. Trials that will
it's like when they say, well, like, how do you go to the bathroom in space? You know, like, these are relevant questions.
Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory?
Or how do you wipe yourself in the woods, you know? Classic survival question.
You and your friend Charles spoke of the port key, and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another.
If you know, you know. Yeah, I bet.
A designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do.
When I upload this onto the side channel, OBM Plays,
you will need patience. The trials have much
I'm just going to name this Braille TP.
It will take time.
I think Braille TP is probably the highlight of this session.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here
Like,
has seen traces.
When you go to the desert and they have like sanitary sand to cleanse yourself with, like, how does that work? How do you wipe yourself with sand?
Such magic as we prepare to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
That reminds me. How do I access my broom? Oh, maybe I'm outside. Oh, okay, it's right there. I can just summon it. Got it, got it, got it. Meet Professor Fig at the tower. Have we even gone there? We apparently are liars. We have not gone that far. Can we fly there, I wonder? Oh, you can. Oh, well then, hell, let's just go as the crow flies.
Allow me to put you out of your misery.
Oh, you really can. Jeez, you can just kind of go anywhere. That's pretty cool. Enemies of a higher level than you will be harder to defeat, as I would expect. I will hit all these landmarks off stream because there's no way I'm not gonna like miss this stuff. Look at all this stuff. Got some mobs down here. Ominous dark castle in the distance. Do you think this is too complex for a 9-year-old? Nah. The combat's very simple. You can also tune it down as well, to where if you just want to spam your way through it, you totally can. Honestly, if I was 9 years old, I would be pretty hyped for this sort of stuff. For sure. How convenient. A Food Network right here.
Another adventure, are we?
Yeah, no. Because honestly, you need like a 3rd grade reading level to comprehend this.
Over here.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
By investigate, you mean we kill all of them. Got it.
This isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here.
Fine. We'll do it the stealthy way. Oh, speaking of, hold on. Oh, we got more email. Man, look at all these social links we gotta work with. Get the freezing spell? Man, we totally should get the freezing spell. Wingardium Leviosa? Man, we totally should get this. Man, everybody's so cool here. Why'd you send me a letter right next to you? I don't like anything that builds meter. Oh, we should have done that. Confringo has homing bolts. That sounds super cool. Alright, Professor, on you.
Quickly now.
So our stealth kill is Petrificus Totalis. I was just hoping we run them through with our wand.
Stay hidden and cast Petrificus Totalis.
Stealth kill.
Well done.
Okay, there's no way we are not going to just stealth kill literally everybody now. Hold on. Good. I was hoping that the reveal spell revealed enemy locations. Alright. Let's test the
Cut back on pudding. There must be something here. Ramrock said so.
Alright, let's see how good this is. If it doesn't alert them.
Must be something here. Ramrock said so.
Alright, now let's see how really observant these enemies are.
Wait a moment. One less shooter to worry about.
Damn. I don't think there were any witnesses.
Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
Okay, so they're not totally dumb.
I will draw blood.
Oh, come on.
Rather unwise coming back this way. Let's get this over with. There you are. I won't rest. No! I will make
Many goblins have always been antagonistic towards wizard country, but this is different somehow.
Think of it like a PG-13 Witcher. I could have stealth killed all of them.
I can't imagine the goblins know about the trials. They know that something is significant about this place, though.
Yeah, this game has a lot of good gameplay variety. Sometimes it's tactical stealth action, sometimes it's, you know, crafting and mini games. Sometimes it's just mini Skyrim, and sometimes you're just straight up murdering people. Sometimes you're playing Renegade, sometimes you're playing Paragon. Something for everybody. Me, I'm just here for the loot.
It's more than mere coincidence that we encountered Ranrock's loyalists here.
Saying they'll ban guns in real life, but we'll have to say, oh, dude, these things are literally guns. And, like, some of your spells are literally like, oh, this is a shotgun, and this is a grenade launcher. And your guns are literally just, sidearms.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it
Ooh,
soon,
unlocking, let's
back
go.
at the castle.
There's plenty of locked doors I wanted to get past.
Revelio.
Teach me the unlocking spell.
Someone was an avid reader. Can't say I'm familiar with many of these titles. I wonder who this is.
With robes like that, it could be anyone. I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries. Never seen an enchantment last this long.
Revelio.
Welcome to San Bakar's Tower.
Hello, Professor. Did you say Sam Bakar's tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter. Though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
If you lived in Harry Potter, you would slave so many house elves. Honestly, some of them don't seem to mind. Ranrock's trying to lead a rebellion, but we all know how that ends up.
Then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked.
What I like about this wizarding world as it's presented is it's literally a Wild West situation. Your results and your ability to succeed is as far as you can extend your wand, honestly. People value results here, and I respect a society that rewards merit.
Knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however,
No gimmies in this wizarding world. Survival of the fittest.
a reservoir of ancient magic, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber. A reservoir of ancient magic, downstairs, near the entry.
Always time for a spot of tea. We are British, as it were. Ominous dark portal? Sure. Don't mind if I do. Oh, environmental physics. I didn't expect that to happen.
Revelio. I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section. Revelio.
Oh, that reminds me. I know the long-range one, throwing a grenade is better, but I still kind of like running off a shotgun.
That must have done something. Best have a look around.
Just my weapon of choice. Yeah, I love the amount of pocket dimensions that really give it up. Oh, okay. You basically can only carry 25 healing potions. Good to know. At first I was like, you must reach your encumbrance limit. I'm like, no, I specifically sold everything. And that's what I love too, is that there's just an aesthetic flair. Like, this could have just been a normal ass stairwell, but what if we had a stairwell that rolled and cascaded when you walked down it, adding just a slight bit of unusual, bizarre flair. That's what makes this world just visually interesting and more enticing to engage with, because sometimes things will happen in a mundane way, sometimes it'll happen in a very bizarre way. You don't know. And it's curious to just find out. Again, it leaves that sense of wonder. Where it's like, oh, I want to press this button, or oh, I want to do this thing.
More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different.
Also, and I just love this in games in general, a good dungeon, a nice satisfying, visually interesting, thought-provoking dungeon. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece every time, but at least it has to be interesting, you know? Just be interesting or fun. You don't have to overthink it.
These are never a welcome sight. At least
Feels like, you know, we're playing like the best parts of D&D. Oh, he's only level 17. It's not that bad. Oh, I forgot I had that version. Shotgun, baby. Alright, so we have...
What have the keepers planned for me?
Zero, this is what I want to see from the movies, walking through magical mirrors and archways, entering small pocket dimensions and like, absolutely. Like, this is hitting the right notes. And yeah, Mac, we know when people are joking. We like to have fun. Believe it or not, there are pockets of the internet that still have a sense of humor. It's okay. Nobody in this chat who lingers around me long enough can claim that they're soft.
These look familiar. Revelio.
Alright, so we got treasure over there. And just over there. Okay. And I guess it's behind the pillar as well. Interesting. Okay.
Was it Accio I used before?
I wonder if I can use force push and push this platform instead. You cannot. Okay. Wait, where the hell is that thing? I guess it's inside the pillar. Oh, you know what? I bet I open a passageway here. Oh yeah, here we go. We're in the other world now. Good stuff. Oh, we got a school blazer. And another thing I like is that not only is there copious amounts of fashion, so you can look good while you're murdering things, I love that it rewards you so often with things like that.
What did that burst of magic do? Perhaps I should examine things from both sides of the archway.
Ooh. Fingerless gloves, huh? Nice.
Revelio.
I mean, I went through both sides of the...
The room changes when I move in and out of the archway. Accio. More statues. Incendio. Repulsor. Accio. Incendio.
Actually, those guys I think are weak to Expelliarmus, come to think of it. So I should probably have that ready. Especially so I can Expelliarmus debuffs. I think we have that boost where Expelliarmus debuffs. Well, I mean it debuffs, but it also provides like a dot on them. They take extra damage.
Revelio. I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic.
Well, I presume I'm looking for treasure.
Where?
Okay, the treasure up there. Got it, got it, got it. It reminds me of Dragon Age Inquisition, look-wise. Hey, to me, that's a compliment. I loved Dragon Age Inquisition. I just ate that right up. It was such a pleasure 100%ing that game. I enjoyed exploring the world, because before Witcher came out, in my opinion, Dragon Age Inquisition basically rewrote the book in terms of how to do like a competent open world RPG. Like, we kind of didn't have much to go on besides like Skyrim, but that was of course, you know, like an overly used example. But despite the fact of how old Skyrim is, you still don't have things outside of like Fallout, you know, which is basically the same thing, of that sort of, again, what we're talking about, where you have an environment where you can walk into a room and actually pick up everything on a table. That level of detail. And Dragon Age Inquisition to me was such a good example of how to have like an action-based open world RPG with so much to do that's interesting and relevant while still focusing on a decent story. Could have been better on a lot of details, but I think it was a very good step in the right direction. And then of course Witcher 3 came out and pretty much broke the mold, and now is pretty much the go-to example of how you really want to do your open world RPG, where the quests are so good. Like 4 out of 5 times you have a side quest that is as substantial and as interesting as a main quest. There's no pandering writing, there's a lot of gray areas, there's some lightheartedness, a lot of dark storytelling. Like, it just does so much right. Oh, we have to go through that. Interesting, okay.
Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides. What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different.
And this is a cool, like, sort of creative puzzle too, where you have an archway that changes the room layout, but it also changes things based on which side you enter from. That's so cool. And you have to navigate this moving platform through the entirety of it. And fighting dragons in Dragon Age Inquisition were very cool. Because what was great about Dragon Age Inquisition is that there were many different ways of progressing through and kind of building your own custom character and your allies. And I'll be honest, the allies in Inquisition were just kind of like whatever. It's hard to replace the OG crew that was in 1. Even though I think Cassandra was probably like her best in Inquisition. Much better than the other ones. Oh, actually, now that it's on this side, I can go through the portal and it will be on this side when I need it.
So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge.
Oh no, game, don't you tell me how to solve this puzzle, because I already solved it on my own. I didn't need you to tell me. Don't you God of War Ragnarok handhold me like that. Like, it feels like we're on an adventure.
I'll never get used to these floors. Revelio.
And I love that this game doesn't treat you like you're stupid. There are so many games that it's so tiring. And RPGs as well, where it's like, alright, like, we have all these cool systems, but honestly, you could just do whatever you want, ignore everything, and we really don't care. Like, it's built for, like, the most basic players, and yeah, sure, that makes it, you know, approachable. As some people like to say accessible, but I think that's an overuse of the word. Oh, wow, yeah. Expelliarmus Disarm just one-shots these guys. That's the way to do it. That's sweet 700 damage. Oh, what? Oh, come on. I was targeting the big guy and I used it on the little guy. He was just outside my range. That's the thing about shotgun, is you really have to be right there on top of him. It is a shotgun after all. And with the Disturb song, exactly. Superfly! Exactly. Alright. The thing I wish about the scanning spell is that it tells you with an audio cue that you detected something, but, you know, it's kind of up to you to still find it. Which I guess is fine. Like I said, it doesn't handhold you. I should probably go through the portal first. Just to see what changes. Although, actually, will I be able to get back up? Because I can circumnavigate the portal that way. I probably have to go through the portal. Oh yeah, there's treasure there. Absolutely. Oh wait, hold on a minute. There's treasure over there. On this side. Can I... Mantle, thank you. Alright, we're gonna get the treasure first. What the hell am I talking about?
You have to see what's changed on each side of this archway.
Well, actually, I need to go this way first, don't I? Okay, now here's the bigger question. What will change when I walk through this portal this way? Nothing, I guess? Okay, that's good. And then on this side, we have a nothing portal, which looks like it falls to my death.
Things are definitely different on either side of the archway. But how?
Alright. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yep, fall to your death. But you see how quickly it puts you back on the right spot? I could have sworn there was another spot there. Oh, it's through the portal. Can I grab that through the portal? I can't. Oh, wait, hold on. What is that purple mist? So I can't grab it when it's on the portal, but when I'm down here... But I can't step. So that's a death drop, but I have to get onto that one to go over there. And that's the exit right over there. Alright, so I can't pull this down. Oh, I can't... But, well, that doesn't really solve anything. I may have to reset this. There we go. See? Now we're thinking with portals. Alright, don't fall off.
Revelio.
I know I saw treasure over here. What was it? I saw treasure. Oh, there it is. Behind the door. Alright, cool. Did what's his name? Harry Potter? No, he did not. I don't believe any of the actual Harry Potter cast at any point play any of the roles here. A giant chest for a healing potion. Okay. Looks like a boss arena, honestly.
Don't like the look of this. Expelliarmus! Incendio! Protego! Stupefy! Accio!
And also, it has like the Batman dodging system. I forgot to mention that. So like those prompts you see above you are literally like the Batman Arkham thing, where it's like, oh, you see a little prompt above you, hit it to dodge. That's a big boy. Oh, I'm gonna grab that. I like his cape. Damn, that looks cool.
Expelliarmus! Incendio!
It's the Dark Souls of Harry Potter games. And I mean that as a compliment. Cool fight.
What a relief.
Your shield spell is potato? It's Protego. But yeah, it does sound like potato, doesn't it? Potato! I might just call it that going forward. I mean, we do have an avocado that we instantly kill enemies with. I mean, look at this atmosphere. Seriously. Soak it in.
Another pensive.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Wasn't there a treasure chest in the other... Oh, that's right. I already got it. Alright, better not be a healing potion. There we go.
Revelio. Revelio.
Drink his salty tears. These tears are so delicious.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
Is there a spell that could reverse shingles? I need to
tempting,
know.
I know. To use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take.
Villain origin story.
Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts.
And she goes, blam, blam, kills him. This is for my father.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
If she's a witch trying to cure her father, doesn't make her a witch doctor. That's actually true.
There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here. Revelio. More crystallized stone. That must be...
Whoa. Hello there.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir. And this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood. We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth
Collect
for you.
all 8 forces of the
Once you have them,
Triforce, and you
we'll
can make a
tell you what to
wish
do with
of
them.
whatever your heart
Very well.
desires.
You
can summon Kingdom Hearts.
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of San Bakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what...
Because you would definitely think, right, that with all the magic, you're still human. You're still going to have bodily harm and illness and suffering. Surely there are medical wizards out there. I mean, obviously there are medical wizards. They have a nurse's thing that cure all sorts of curses and all sorts of stuff. So clearly there's medical magic studies and all that. And it kind of does make you wonder, well, what is the extent of this magical medical study? The means of mending and magical meandering.
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
What was that transition for? I was in the middle of a conversation. I wanted to talk more. Level up. I know exactly what I want to pick up. Let's check our email real fast. Alright, we're good. I have a whole bunch of side quests to do, but I will probably do... Prepare for your search for the final keeper. I mean, it's got to be that witch lady, right? And I'll do... Wow, we get a lot of spells. I'll probably do all this stuff off stream, since it's not exactly main quest stuff. We apparently have a long list of who knows what the hell we need to do to get all that done. And yeah, we'll prepare next time for the next main quest, but I think this is a good stopping point for tonight. Honestly, still enjoying this game.
Sirona at the Three Broomsticks about the goblin she was talking to the day of the troll attack.
So yeah, we'll pick up that main quest next time. Not going to be streaming on Tuesday. For those of you who care, happy Valentine's Day early. But we will pick up next Thursday and Saturday for more Harry Potter. Well, it's not Harry Potter, but Wizarding World Adventures. And yeah, so far still a big thumbs up for this game. This game is great. If you're looking for a jolly wizarding time that actually has a really good sense of adventure, exploration, and fun combat, then yeah, definitely recommend. This is a very fun game with a lot of value and having a really good time with it. So yeah. Other than that, please look forward to the next recap that I'm working on. I'm just about wrapping up a rather long script, which I feel is going to be a rather long video. So when I get that done, it'll get done, and I do hope you look forward to it. If you want to know more, check out me in my Discord if you haven't hung out already. For those of you who are always hanging out here, feel free to hang out there. I'm always lurking there. Well, not lurking, I'm actually pretty active. So you can always hear me, talk to me, and listen to me rant about whatever, especially game industry news. Link is in the description below. And until then, have a great weekend. I'll see you next Thursday, and I'll catch you on the next battlefield. Have a good night. Oh, let's see the owl? There's the owl.